Woohoo! Score! I am so much better at this than basketball. Dear Tim and Moby, who were the Aztecs, and what was so special about their civilization? Thanks, Wilfredo. The Aztec civilization was a powerful society that dominated the central area of what's now Mexico for almost 100 years, from 1428 to 1521. But did you know that the people weren't actually called Aztecs? Not back then, anyway. Modern historians came up with the name as a simple way to describe a pretty complicated society. Well, for one thing, the Aztecs weren't a single unified people. They were a bunch of different tribes from all over Mesoamerica, each with its own unique culture and background. But they had one thing in common, the Nahuatl language, a form of which is still spoken in some parts of Mexico today. Starting around the 6th century, these groups began settling in the area known as the Valley of Mexico, where they founded independent city-states. In 1428, the three most powerful states banded together to form the Triple Alliance, the foundation for what became the mighty Aztec Empire. But it wasn't long before one group, the Mexicas, emerged as the most powerful. Ruling from their island city of Tenochtitlan, the Mexicas expanded the empire until it stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. But the conquered peoples weren't wiped out. In fact, they were allowed to rule themselves and keep their local customs. As long as they paid regular tributes to the central authority, that is. Well, there was more to the Aztecs than just conquest. At the height of their rule, Aztec society was highly advanced. They were skilled farmers and craftsmen, they had thriving trade and commerce, and they loved art, especially poetry and song. Oh yeah, they also played this game called Tlachtli. The exact rules were never recorded, but we think the players used their hips or arms to knock this heavy rubber ball back and forth on a big stone court. But these games weren't all about fun. The losers often wound up, dead. Aztec culture was notorious for practicing human sacrifice. The Aztecs worshipped many gods, each representing a different part of the natural world. For example, Huitzilopochtli was the god of the sun, while Quetzalcoatl was the god of the sky. According to the Aztec religion, these gods sacrificed themselves to create the universe. To repay the gods, and to keep the universe running smoothly, the Aztecs had to offer them human lives. Sacrifices were held 18 times a year, and most victims were prisoners, captured during the Aztecs' many wars. I know, it's pretty gruesome. Let's move on. In 1519, a Spanish expedition led by Hernán Cortés arrived. At first, the Aztec leader Moctezuma II welcomed Cortés, believing that he was a god in human form. But the Aztecs soon learned that the Spanish conquistadors had only one goal: conquest. Cortés formed alliances with several local tribes who were bitter enemies of the Aztecs. At first, the Aztecs were able to kick the Spanish from Tenochtitlan. But a massive outbreak of smallpox wiped out almost half the city's population. In 1521, Cortés and his allies were able to easily destroy it. This was the end of the Aztec Empire and the beginning of the Spanish conquest, as the rest of Mesoamerica eventually fell under Spanish control. But the influence of the Aztecs continues to be felt throughout Mexico to this day. Just visit Mexico City, which was built on the ruins of Tenochtitlan, and you'll see plenty of reminders of the Aztec civilization. A rematch, eh? Well, you're on.